Jackie Gillett. All over the world, there's a growing interest and appreciation in music, especially amongst younger people. It really doesn't seem to matter whether it's a pop or a prom concert. All the time, they're attracting larger and younger audiences. Every summer, for example, young people in their thousands come here to this well-known London landmark, the Albert Hall, to listen to the masterpieces of music played by the very finest musicians in the world. They're attending what's officially called, anyway, the 75th anniversary season of Henry Wood Promenade Concerts that are organised by the British Broadcasting Corporation, but everyone knows them affectionately as the Proms. Not that in all 75 years it's ever been possible to do any promenading and standing room only in the main arena with seats upstairs. Hours before the performance, long queues start forming around the hall, and all these people waiting here are actually queuing for one of the 2,000 standing places, because all 5,000 seats have actually been sold out for tonight's performance. I just wonder what it is that drives people to wait maybe for 2 hours in a queue, and then another 2 hours throughout the performance.
The atmosphere, the value for money, the artist one gets performing at the Proms.
Actually, the fantastic opportunities and people that otherwise you wouldn't normally be able to afford to see.
Well, the best of them are unique experiences. They'll never come again.
It's very nice to be able to be so close to the musicians. You seem to become part of it.
There's no doubt that to anyone who adores music, London in the summer between July and September means the Proms. And I suppose the Proms are a marvellous example of that peculiar British ability to observe all traditions, and there's certainly plenty of them associated with the Proms, and yet at the same time to break new ground. Some nights are mixed, others are devoted to perhaps 2 or even 1 work. And then during the season one can hear both standard classical repertory and a great deal of modern music, much of it specially commissioned. It's not, of course, just the young who are attracted to the Proms. Great musicians from all over the world have said how proud they've been to be invited to this extraordinary festival. And they have seen here the start of many, many famous careers. This year, there are 17 orchestras, 38 conductors, and a galaxy of world-famous singers and musicians. Although there were London Promenade Concerts more than 100 years ago at Covent Garden, the present series was founded by Sir Henry Wood in 1875, and he conducted every single one until he died in 1944. Now the man who's taken over as leading conductor of the season is Colin Davis, and he's also chief conductor of the BBC Symphony Orchestra. During a break in rehearsals, I asked him how he accounted for the growing enthusiasm for the Proms.
It may be that because it's cheap to get into the promenade section of the things, it means that people who can't pay a guinea or so to go to a concert do come there, and it always attracted students who are notoriously poor, and it has lately become a kind of club too. It's very much a social event.
Has the type of audience in any way weighted your programme to what I can perhaps call popularity?
No, it hasn't. I mean, the distinguishing feature of the Proms in the last 10 years is that they have broken away from the pattern of overture, concerto and symphony.
This year you have the Soft Machine, a pop group, on one of the programmes. Does this mean that in 10 years' time possibly the Proms could be totally unlike they are now?
It may mean that in future years there will be not the Soft Machine, but there will be Persian musicians, Chinese musicians, and that we will have not only a festival of Western music, but of every music that anybody can find anywhere. And there will be a chance to taste all these things at the Albert Hall in these 8 mad, marvellous weeks.
The London Proms are such an attraction because they're quite unlike any other festival. It really doesn't matter terribly what kind of music you do like, it's just a wonderful experience to be there. You can dress as you like, you can talk to your neighbour, you can argue in the interval. There's only one condition: you must be absolutely silent when the music's being played, because over and above all the other pleasures of the Proms, the music's the thing. This is Jackie Gillett saying goodbye from the Albert Hall.